Hello, let's see how we can develop a front-end application while we wait for the API to be ready. For this, we are using a tool called MSW. This will allow us to intercept fetch requests and create stubs for our APIs. This will even allow us to create contract testing. I will show that in the next video. So this is a React app that I created with create React app command line tool, and I'll just need to install MSW, which you can do by issuing this command. I already did it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it again. Instead, I'm going to run the tests. And currently, I have no test. So let's create our first test. MSW test, I will call it. So I'll just create tests and not production code because I can issue fetch requests from the test, and I just want to demonstrate how the tool works. So currently the tests are failing because I don't have a test yet. So the testing library is complaining, saying that I should have at least one test. Let's make the testing library happy, and let's create a test. So the testing library is well configured. So I'm going to get articles. So I'm going to query an API that doesn't exist yet and expect articles. So let's see how I would do this. So I'll start with my expectations. I expect to get some data from my API, and I expect this data to be equal to some article that I will define soon. So this is my article, and it has an ID. It has a title. Even with the typo in the title, this will allow us to create contract testing, and let's try to fix the typo after. So let's leave the typo there. The title here without the typo. And the text is, well, the text. So this is failing because I don't have the variable data defined. And I want to get this from some API. So now I can write the API I wish I had. For example, my API.io, and I want to get all the articles, and from those articles the first one. And now I need to define this function. And I need to return the data. And the data is some JSON. So I will fetch some URL and I will get the JSON. This is a synchronous API, so I need to await here. And the JSON is also asynchronous, so I also need to await. And now I need to make this function asynchronous. That's it. And here I also need to await, of course, and also make this async. So this is the test. Let's see how it goes. So it fails. And it fails because there is a network error, which is good for us because this API doesn't exist, so it fails for the right reason. So what we need to do is that we need to create a stub, right? So one thing we can do is create a function that we wish we had. So I can just say stub get, and the stub get, I will say that I have a URL here and expect some return JSON. So this is the URL I want to stop. And the JSON that I want to return is indeed the article. So now I need to define the function. This takes in an object with a URL and return JSON. And here is where I need to create a stub. So now I need MSW. I need to import a function to set up my server. So I'm using MSW node to set up a server that uses Node to run the tests, but you can also set up a worker that if you want to run your tests in a browser. And I need to import REST from SW as well, because I'm stubbing REST requests. One other thing I need to do is I need to I need to create a server, and for that I can use the setup server. I could pass my handlers here, but I'll just create them per test, and I'll just create this function stubget, which will create the handlers for me. So, and the way that I do this is by using the REST function. I will do a get to the URL, and then this function also takes a callback, which takes the request, the response, and the context. Actually, I don't need the curly braces because I'm just going to use the one-liner here, so I just can return the response. And in the response, I need to set up the status. So this I'll do it through the context. And there's JSON, which is the return JSON. So this is not passing yet because I defined the handler, but I didn't start the server, so I can just say server listen. So I still have some problem here. Of course, I need to use the server, right? So all of this is the handler, which I need to use in the server, otherwise it won't work. And now the tests are passing, and this is pretty much it. Other than that, you might want to have several tests running, and in that case, perhaps it's a good idea to have a before all, where you start the server. Perhaps you want to have a after all, where you stop the server. And the stubs that you configure are going to stay in the server. So if you want to clear the stubs after each test, you could say in and after each. You can reset the handlers after each test, otherwise everything that you put there will stay there. That's pretty much it. So just wait for the next video where I will use a tool from Pact that integrates with MSW, and these stubs that I'm creating here, this tool will automatically generate Pact contracts that you can run against your backend to see that everything is well implemented in the backend as well. So perhaps we can go through that and even try to fix the typo here in the API, and to see how the workflow goes. So that's all I have for today, and thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.